Welcome back. Now we are moving into EL Part 6, Protocols. This session will give you a preview of all of the instructional protocols that students will use throughout the year. Take a moment and pause this video and answer the following question. Why is it important that students engage with each other more than with the teacher when they are learning? Take a moment, pause the video, jot down your answer in your notebook or a piece of paper. The objective of this session is to understand the purpose and importance of the EL protocols. The EL protocols are embedded in the curriculum to help students work together and engage in meaningful discussions about their learning. These protocols activate the speaking and listening Common Core standards, encourage student discourse. Students must regularly and consistently engage in conversations with each other every day, and this activates and deepens their own understanding. These conversations will give students from diverse populations, ELL students, and students that struggle to read the opportunity to share their thoughts and gain additional knowledge from their peers. These protocols also provide the opportunity for students to engage in conversation. Conversation is an essential part of the learning process. The teacher can use the additional time from the use of the protocols to provide individual one-on-one support to students and provide any intervention students may need. It also gives the teacher the opportunity to become a facilitator and allow students to do the heavy lifting and cognitive thinking of the lesson. And finally, utilizing the EL protocols will increase student engagement, which aids in increasing student achievement over time and promotes student enjoyment in class. On the screen, you will see a snapshot of some of the many protocols within EL. There is a vast array of protocols that you can use in your classroom. It will be helpful to familiarize yourself with some of the protocols so that you can incorporate them into your lessons. You will have an opportunity to dive into some of these protocols later on in this session. EL regularly includes protocols in the lessons, but teachers can include them anytime that is appropriate and timely. I'm going to share 5 common protocols that are used in all grade levels. These protocols are often easier to learn and can quickly engage students in their learning. 6 to 5 allows students to quickly display if they agree or disagree with the comment or question posed by the teacher. Back-to-back, face-to-face allows students to work with a partner and have a discussion about a question or comment posed by the teacher. It allows students to get up and move in a timely fashion. Think, Pair, Share is another protocol that allows students to think about a topic, text, or question. Students partner up with another student and share their thoughts with each other. And finally, Carousel Brainstorm is a way to get students to share their thoughts and build a common class vision or vocabulary about a topic or text being discussed in class. Questions are posted around the room and students work in groups to answer those questions. Now that we have reviewed the purpose of the protocols and some of the common ones found in EL, let's watch a protocol in action. As we know, a word wall in the classroom is a powerful instructional tool to strengthen content vocabulary or concepts. It can be used in all different content areas. It is an organization of words and sometimes phrases displayed on a wall or other space in the classroom. In the example that we are going to view today, the wall moves to the floor to allow students to easily connect to one another's ideas and show their collective understanding. As you watch, consider how you could use this protocol in your classroom. Once you have watched the video, then I want you to pause the video and jot down some ideas, thoughts, or questions. And I also want you to consider the questions that we have on this slide. What makes this protocol stand out? What is the purpose of this protocol? How does it assist with engaging students in the lesson? Let's watch.
So today we use the interactive word wall as a concept map. When students enter the room, the vocabulary words and phrases are already spread out on the floor. First thing I want you to do is identify some vocab words and phrases that you know you can make connections with other words. When a student comes to the middle of the interactive word wall, they are connecting their vocab word or phrase to a previous vocabulary word or phrase using the arrows. And when they place their words, they need to explain the connection that they see or understand.
I put collaboration next to strategy because they had to collaborate to complete some of their strategies in war.
Some casualties as the cost of war.
I put the biomes after consequences because the soldiers weren't the only consequences. For instance, in the Persian Gulf War, the oil fields in Kuwait were burned.
The purpose of an interactive word wall is to have students grapple with vocabulary that they're working on in class in an engaging and hands-on way. They're really illustrating the connection with those arrows. Some connections that students are able to make regularly would be cause and effect relationships. Veterans made sacrifices, therefore we honor them when they come home. It helps students literally see the connections between words. Students are able to build upon each other's ideas. They are using vocabulary words in context. And it's a great way to scaffold through the writing process and prepare students to write using these vocabulary words. This allows them to synthesize all these concepts and all these vocab terms in ways that helps them put it all together.
Take a moment, pause the video, and answer the questions. What makes this protocol stand out? What is the purpose of this protocol? And how does it assist with engaging students in the lesson? Now let's talk about some key takeaways from this video. This interactive word wall allowed the students as well as the teacher to see how their knowledge had grown throughout the lesson. And it may have given the teacher an opportunity to see some gaps that may still exist among students. This protocol stands out because it allows the teacher to observe students' thinking and interactions. It is an engaging way to check your students' understanding of the vocabulary or concepts that you have been teaching. This protocol helps students learn by relying on each other to demonstrate and enhance their understanding of terms that have been learned together. The next two videos can be viewed during your own time. This video is a classroom of fourth graders that are engaged in a science talk. A science talk is an EL protocol that promotes inquiry and collaboration. Science talk allows students to do exactly what scientists do: think, wonder, and talk about how things work. The link for this video has been provided for you. Another optional video that you can watch in your own time is a class of fifth graders that are working together to find the common theme of the novel Esperanza Rising. The teacher has utilized many graphic organizers and other scaffolding strategies to help students organize their thoughts. She has used multiple EL protocols throughout all of the lessons in this particular module. Now, students are able to use all of these different protocols and graphic organizers that they've used to help them organize their thoughts and find that theme within the novel. It is a great way for students to get up and work together and have meaningful conversations. The link has been provided on the screen for you. Now it is time for you to deepen your knowledge about the EL protocols. We learned that these protocols have been designed to actively engage students in the learning process by having meaningful conversations and fun experiences. Locate the folder EL Part 6 Protocols. Now find the document entitled EL Part 6 Slide 72 Protocol. Now I want you to go through the table of contents. Become familiar with this document. Think about some of the protocols that you could possibly utilize in your classroom. Take the time, and after you have looked through this document, pause the video and answer the following question. What protocols are you most excited about? And 2 additional questions that you can answer. Which ones will you try right away? How will these protocols support the first units? Be sure to submit your responses to these questions to the discussion board. Now pause the video, go through the document of the EL protocol, familiarize yourself with some of the protocols, answer the question, and don't forget to post your responses on the discussion board. Thank you for listening to EL Part 6 about protocols.